That's part of the fun of it.
Do you like to have the competition between, while Jim is doing his thing over at Paramus Catholic? Do you like to have that? Does it bother, or do you mind stuff like that?
No, I don't really get real caught up in that stuff. I do think that it's good for the game of football, right? We got to protect the game of football, promote the game of football, and I think we're doing that by exposing young people. And look at all you guys are here, so that blows up the game more and more because we need to do that because the game's under attack.
What do you feel? What are your feelings now for Rutgers? Your time there, and where does it stand in your memory? And I know they're a competitor now, but what are your feelings like? How would you put them in words?
Well, Tara, that 11 years of my life poured into that, so I think there'll always be a place here for Rutgers. But when you're coach, whatever that emblem is on your jacket, you better work hard or you're going to have it long. So I get it, and it'll be fun to compete with Rutgers because Rutgers is a really strong program, and Chris is going to do a great job there.
He's often spoken of, emulating you or respecting what you did here. What is your impression of Coach Ash, and how much have you known him over the years?
Well, I met him actually through Urban. When I went to visit Urban there, he was when they hired Chris, and we became friends and bounced ideas off each other. And you can see his attention to detail. You can see it even with this. And this is going to be a tough task with this many kids. But I know his staff has been running around like crazy to get it all set up. So that comes from the top.
What kind of advice have you given Chris, when you're talking to him during bowl prep and stuff like that?
Oh, not very much. They didn't need, look, that isn't broken. That doesn't need to be fixed. I just tried to go in there and wherever I can help in any area, whether it's football, recruiting, with players, anywhere I can help, I try to help.
So this is even more of a battle for Ohio State than it was when you were here. I know it's been a few years just seeing Michigan and you guys coming to New Jersey.
Well, the one thing about college football, it's ever changing, right? So as the coaches change and where they're going to recruit and emphasize the recruitment. So yeah, I think it's always been a battle state. We fought like crazy not to make it that, but it's a challenge for sure.
Greg, you guys actually kind of started satellite camps when you were at Rutgers way back when, going down to Florida. Is it crazy for you what they've become now?
A little bit, yeah. What we did is we actually ran the camps. Now people work for other people. Rutgers can run this because it's in their state, but the rules are kind of hard to get your arms around, and that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out in the future.
It's obviously beyond what you guys would have thought in 2007 or whenever you guys started going down to Florida. It's not what you envisioned.
Yeah, 2002 I think it was, but yeah, no, not at all. Our thing was survival. Really, that was what we had to find ways to identify players that we could recruit and get to come to Rutgers at the time. So, but it's the programs that are doing now, it's not about survival. It's interesting.
You mentioned Chris a second ago. And kind of the development bond between your coaching staff and Rutgers. I know there's a time for competition, but can you kind of expound on that? That there seems to be something between the two staffs that goes beyond just sharing a conference or a division.
I think any time in football when you've worked with different people, there's relationships. But make no mistake about it. When you compete, you compete.
For someone who grew up in Jersey, surprised at the talent that all these coaches keep coming to see.
Come on, Fooch, you know that. No, New Jersey's always been a talent-rich state, and the nice thing is kids that have academics too that can be eligible and go play for you right away. So, no, it doesn't surprise me.
Do you remember what your gut reaction was when we knew about the Harbaugh satellite camp, and then Chris announced his, and you guys would be there? What was your reaction?
Well, Urban came in. He said, "Hey, what do you think?" I said, "Now let's do it, man." So it's neat. It's neat to be back here, and we're going to see a lot of good players and be around a lot of good people. So it's exciting.
And can you sort of understand the sense out there that it's entertaining, or that we sort of perceive this as this kind of backyard ball?
I don't. Tara, I'm not getting into that. I'm here to look at some players and coach them a little bit. But hey, rivalries are rivalries for a reason.
How much do you think this will help kids get recruited who may not otherwise have been recruited?
Well, I think anytime there's exposure, because it's not just Rutgers and Ohio State and Temple, there's all different levels here. So I think that helps, again, promotes the game and helps players.
Has it been coaching again?
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.